Hey boys and girls, Pastor Roy here coming to you from Grove Kids Children's Church. Yeah, we're still not gathering at the churches yet, still on quarantine, but you know what? Still having a good time learning about Jesus every Sunday right here at Grove Kids. So I'm so glad you're with me. Last week we started our new set of lessons on honesty. How many of you remember what we talked about? We talked about honesty, to tell the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth, right? And we talked about covering up lies, and I showed you that carnival game that we used to have when I was a kid in the carnival, and how you had to cover up that red spot. It's kind of like covering up our lies, right? And you can't really cover it all up. And sometimes you get trapped in those lies. They're kind of like a web, aren't they? There's an old saying that says, "What a tangled web we weave when we practice to deceive." That means we can get so tangled up in our lies, and we can't remember which lie we told to cover up the lie that we told that we covered up. It just becomes a big mess. So that's why honesty is always the best policy. Well, today we're going to continue talking about honesty, but I want to take a little bit of different direction. You know, we talked about covering up our lies and how sometimes we tell a lie, try to get out of trouble and stuff like that. But did you know that lying is more than just the words that come out of our mouth? Sometimes our actions are lies. Sometimes the things we do are lies. Have you ever cheated on a test? Did you know cheating on a test is a lie? It is. Sometimes we do things and we deceive other people in the way we act, and the plans that we make are deceptive. Today we're going to kind of talk about that. And I've got a friend that's come all the way from Crossville. He's come up and we've been talking, and he's got a friend that lives in a suitcase, just like my friends that live in suitcases. He brought a friend with us, and I want you to give a great big welcome to my buddy, Dave Mitchell.
Thank you, Pastor Roy. Oh, I'm so excited about being with you today. We always love to come to your church and have your kids here. And they're not here today, but they're there. That's what I understand. So hi, guys. Good to see you again. Well, I did bring Joey along, and he's here in the suitcase. Actually, I didn't bring Joey. I brought Josh today. Yeah, Joey was busy. He's kind of quarantined. And what are you doing? Well, we're at Brother Roy's church. Oh, cool. I love to go there. Woo-hoo. Hey. Well, Daddy's here. That's all right. What do you mean that's all right? Are we rehearsing? No, actually, we're doing church streaming now. Really? Yeah. We're streaming. Is that cool? It's kind of cool. Yeah. Well, listen, Roy wanted us to tell the story about Isaac today. You're sick? Do what? You're sick? No, I'm not sick. You said you was. No, I said we'll talk about Isaac. You're sick. No, I'm not sick. You said you was. No, he said I was sick. No, I'm not sick. You look sick. He smells dead. All right, Josh, don't you dare call me Joey. I know he was supposed to come, but he didn't get. I'm glad he didn't, because I like coming here. Okay, so you're talking about you being sick. No, I'm not sick. You just said you was. No, Isaac, I-S-A-A-C. Oh, you did? Yeah, I never saw that. No. That was the person's name. It was, yeah. Isaac, yeah. And he was sick? No, he wasn't sick. He said he was. No, Isaac. Yeah. And he had two sons. No wonder you're sick. Two boys are running around the house and then he died of your headache. Yeah, one like you would be enough. Watch it, wise guy. Yeah. Well, anyway, Isaac had two sons, yeah. And one son named Jacob. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. One son named Jacob. Excuse me again. Jacob. What are you doing? I'm hiccuping. Well, I know that, and how come you didn't ask me? Well, why are you hiccuping? Because every time you hiccup, I got a hiccup. No, I didn't hiccup. You did. I didn't. You did. I said Jacob. Jacob. Look, I'm going to teach you. Say J. J. Cub. Cub. J. J. Cub. Cub. J. J. Cub. Cub. J. J. Cub. Cub. Jacob. Sorry. Well, Jacob and Esau, what he saw? Do what? What he saw? What? You said he saw something. Who? Jacob. Jacob and Esau, what he saw? No, Jacob and Esau, what did he saw? It's not, you wouldn't say what did he saw, you say what did he see? I don't know, that's why I was asking you. No. Look, Jacob and his brother Esau. What do you mean? Oh, I got it. Jacob and his brother. Yes, he saw something. No, his name was Esau. Esau. That's one of them foreigners, huh? Esau, Esau. Yeah. Well, they were twins. They were? Yeah. They looked alike? No, they didn't look anything alike. Then how could they be twins? You got to look alike to be twins. No, you don't have to look alike to be twins. Sure you do. No, you don't. Yes, you do. Haven't you ever heard that song? Double your pleasure, double your fun. Take out 2 girls instead of just one. No, that has nothing to do with that. If they are into that, they're old. All right. Listen, Josh. Yeah. Isaac and Esau were twins, but they didn't look anything like that. Just meant they were born on the same day by the same parents. Oh. Well, you'll figure it out. Well, anyway, Esau was a little bit older than Jacob. That meant he was entitled to his father's birthright. His what? His birthright. Birthright, yes. How come? Well, because he was a little bit older. Back in Bible times, the older son received the father's wealth and his blessings and this sort of thing. Oh. So Esau was entitled to it. He was, yes. But Jacob wanted it. Uh-oh. Yeah, gonna be trouble. Well, that's kind of what's going to be happening in our story here. Esau... they were quite a bit different. Esau used to like to go up into the forest and he would hunt for hours and hours and hours. Sometimes he would hunt all day long. He just couldn't find it, huh? No, he enjoyed hunting. Oh. So, what did he hunt? What did he hunt? I don't know. I'm asking you. No. What did he hunt? Yeah. He hunted deer? No, he didn't hunt deer. He didn't? No. Well, kind of, yeah. What do you mean? Well, did he hunt lions? No, not lions. Tigers? No, not tigers. Bears? No, not lions or tigers or bears. Oh, my! He hunted, let's say he did hunt deer. He did, yeah, okay. Did he find it? What was it? I hunt deer. Oh, you do? Yeah, like that little deer right there and that little deer right there. And that... No, not those kind of deers. No. He would he would hunt the deer. It looks kind of like a cow. Oh, yeah, I seen them too. Yeah. Well, that's what Esau used to like to do, but Jacob used to like to stay around the house and help out with things around the house and do the chores and things around there. So Jacob wanted his father's birthright. He did, yes. Remember what that was? He got all the good stuff. When the daddy kicked off, he got the good stuff. Well, that's kind of putting it crudely, but that's what happened. Yeah. Well, Jacob wanted it. Esau was entitled to it, so Jacob came up with a plan. A plan, right. The man with a plan. Yes. One day, Esau went up into the forest and hunt. He did. And Jacob knew he'd be gone a long time, so he'd probably get hungry. Oh, good. So Jacob came up with an idea. He said, tell you what I'll do. Tell you what I'll do? Yeah. He said, I'm going to get a big pot of soup and put it up next to the forest where Esau is, and then when he comes out and he'll be real hungry, that's when I'll trick him. You gonna trick him? Yeah. Gonna pull a rabbit out of the hat. No, not that kind of a trick. No. He was going to deceive him. Oh, you know what Brother Roy just said? What? Oh, what a tangle web we weave when first we practice to deceive. Yeah. So he's gonna make a spider web. A spider web? Yeah. Get all tangled up in that web. No, you missed the whole point. Well, listen to the story. I'm listening. Okay. Proceed, maestro. Okay. So Esau was up in the forest and hunting. He knew he'd be gone for hours and hours and hours. So Jacob got this big black pot and he poured water inside, built a fire underneath, and he jumped in and he took a bath. No, he didn't take a bath. What'd you do with the hot water? He's going to make soup. Soup. Yeah. Ooh, I like soup. Yeah. So he put all the things in there to make sure the soup was going to be really, really good. And so Esau, sure enough, just as he had planned, Esau came out of the forest, man, and he was so hungry. He had been working all day long, hadn't had anything at all to eat. And Esau looked down, and guess what? What? He saw Jacob. He did. Yes, he did. Yeah. He saw Jacob. Yes. And Jacob, he saw Esau. Yes, he did. He saw Esau. Yes. He saw Esau. Okay. He saw Esau sitting on the seesaw. That's what he saw, and he saw Esau. Esau said, all right, I got it. And he didn't. No. But they saw one another. They did, yes. And so Esau saw that Jacob had been cooking down there. Man, he could smell that delicious soup. He could? Yeah. And Jacob starts stirring that soup round and round and round. I'm going to get sick. What? I get dizzy when you do that. Well, don't watch. He was stirring it round and round, and he was making it, I'm going to throw up. No, you're not quitting. Just don't look. Well, you know what? Anyway, it was smelling good, smelling real good. And Esau went up to his brother, and he said, Jacob, whew, boy, that smells good. Sure does, smells good. But you don't smell so good. You've been up there in the forest hunting all the time. You're stinking pretty bad. No. Ooh, kind of smell like you. Will you quit it? Now, he said, that sure does smell good. I sure would like to have a bowl of that soup. You would? Yeah. Jacob said, well, you know, I can't just give you a bowl of soup. What do you mean? Well, he wasn't going to just give his brother a bowl of soup. How come? Well, that was his plan. If you ask me, he's kind of stingy. Well, he might have been, he's an old stingy gut. Oh, don't say that. That's not, he was. That's what he was, an old stingy gut. If you ask me, he is a stingy gut. That's what he was. Don't say that. No. He just, this was his plan. He said, Esau, now I know you're very hungry. And, yeah, I am. About that time, Esau's stomach began to growl. Yeah. Sure thing it wasn't yours. They'd think the herd of wild elephants coming through here. And we quit it. He said, man, I am so hungry. Yeah. Jacob said, well, look, tell you what I'll do. Tell you what I'm going to do. That's the way all good plans start. Tell you what I'm going to do. Yes. Said, tell you what I'll do. Tell you what I'll do. I'll trade you. A bowl of soup. For your fathers. But birthright. That's right. Yes. Trade your bowl of soup for your father's birthright. That's done. Well, that would have sure been a terrible trade. But Esau said, what? Was he hard of hearing? He couldn't hear him? No. He was just questioning why he would make a ridiculous trade like he says. What? The wealth of my father for just a bowl of soup? Oh, ridiculous. Ridiculous. That's what I said. Ridiculous. He said, I can't make a trade like that. Ridiculous. Yeah. He said, the wealth of my father for a bowl of soup, that'd be terrible. By that time, Esau's stomach began to growl. Yeah. And he said, oh, I am so hungry. He said, I am so hungry. If I don't get something to eat soon, I'm going to starve to death. Oh, Deloney, you got enough stored in there to last you 6 months. We quit it. And he said, well, I guess I'll trade it, Jacob. Yeah. He said, I'll trade you. And Jacob said, the wealth of our father for a bowl of soup. Yeah. He said, yeah. I'll trade it. So sure enough, he did. And you know what? That entitled him, he just gave away his whole birthright for a bowl of soup. That'll probably go down in history as the worst trade that was ever made. The wealth of Isaac. Now, Isaac was a very wealthy man, too. He had a lot of livestock and property and stuff. He said the wealth of Isaac for just a bowl of soup. Yeah. But there are trades worse than that. Really? Yeah. People are making trades worse than that all over the country today, all over the world. You see, God, our Heavenly Father, loves us so much. He wants us to live in heaven, to be with Him. But Satan offers us a few sinful pleasures here on the earth. And as we partake of those and choose not to follow God and to trust in God and believe in Him and serve Him, then we're trading all those wonderful things God wants us to have for those few simple pleasures here on the earth. No, that's a bad trade. Yes, it is. Well, Josh, we've got to go. We do? Yeah. Where are you going? Well, Brother Roy's going to come and show us something really cool. Oh, cool. I like to watch it, Brother Roy. Can I watch? You can watch from the suitcase. Okay. Can I leave it open so I can see? Yes, you can leave it open so you can see. Hey, Brother Roy, we're ready.
Thank you, Josh. You know what, boys and girls? That is a horrible, horrible trade. And we make those kind of trades all the time, don't we? But the truth that I want us to get today is the fact that Jacob deceived Esau. We're talking about honesty. And was Jacob lying to Esau at any point in time? No, he told him it was soup. And he told him that he wanted to trade for the birthright. but it was the mentality. It was the purpose of the heart that was the problem. Jacob went into this planning deliberately to deceive his brother, and he did. See, that's when lying becomes part of our actions. Jacob lied through his actions. I got one more story I want to tell you. It's about Timmy and Billy. Now, Billy was a bully. Do you have a bully at your school? I'm sure you do. All of us have to face bullies one way or another, right? Well, Timmy, being a timid kind of fella, he kind of hung out in the background and didn't hang around with the rest of the kids very much. But Billy, every day, he would hang out with the popular kids, and he would come to school, and in his backpack, he had a bag. And inside that bag, he had some really cool stuff. He'd reach into his bag, and he'd pull out toys from home, and he would show off his toys. Now, Timmy didn't have a whole lot of toys at home, so Timmy was really watching, and he was really impressed with those toys, and he pulled out an action figure, and it was Billy's favorite superhero is Spider-Man. He loved Spider-Man. He went, oh, how cool is that? And then Billy reached into the bag, and he pulled out an old Slinky. Have you ever played with a Slinky and let him roll down the stairs and everything? Oh, Billy pulled out that Slinky and he took it out of the box, and man, it was so cool. It wasn't one of those old plastic ones that don't ever work. It was an actual real metal one, and it would go up and down the stairs. Oh, it was so cool. And Billy was like, oh man, look how cool my Slinky is. And poor Timmy's like, man, I wish I had something like that. But he didn't say anything. He just kind of stood in the background and watched, because he was afraid of Billy. He was afraid Billy would pick on him. And then Billy reached into his bag and he pulled out the coolest thing ever. He pulled out a remote control car. It was so cool, and he had the remote, and he turned it on and he played with it. Oh, it was so cool. And poor Billy was like, man, I wish I had that. Or Timmy was like, I wish I had that. And then Billy, remember who's telling the story here, Timmy watched Billy take that bag and put it back into his backpack. And as he picked up the toys one last time and put them back in there, Billy said, aren't my toys cool? And Timmy said, yeah, man, I wish I had toys like that. And Billy was putting them back in there. And he said, hey, Timmy, would you like these toys? And Timmy's like, oh, yeah, man, I wish I had all that. Billy said, tell you what, I'll give you everything in the bag, the whole bag and everything in it, for $1. I can have everything in the bag for $1? Oh, wow, I've got $1. I've got $1 my mom gave me for lunch, but I can trade it for everything in the bag. Oh, man, yeah. So Billy pulled out the bag, and he had the whole bag, and Timmy reached in his pocket, and he gave away his lunch money. And Billy handed him his bag. Timmy was so excited. He reached in the bag, and you know what he found? Absolutely nothing. There was nothing in the bag. And Timmy's like, you cheated me. Oh, I didn't cheat you. Yes, you did. You told me you was going to give me all those cool toys for that $1. No, I didn't. You did too. No. I said I would give you everything in the bag for $1. But there's nothing in the bag. That's right. And you got every bit of the nothing that was in the bag. So I'm keeping the $1, and you can keep everything in the bag. I'll even let you have the bag too. Did Billy lie to Timmy? Not really. He said you can have everything in the bag, and Timmy didn't realize that he wasn't putting the toys back in the paper bag. He was putting them inside the backpack. So Timmy got deceived, didn't he? How are your actions? Are you deceiving people and lying with your actions? You know, sometimes we're not telling lies with our mouths. Maybe we're telling them with our actions. God says, hey, I want you to live in honesty with each other. When we live in honesty with each other, there's no reason to fight over things, because nobody's deceived anybody and everybody's getting along good. Ephesians 4:25, we're all part of the same family. Stop lying and start telling each other the truth. Thanks for being with us today. We've had a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed the stories. I hope you enjoyed my friend Dave as he came up to visit with us. And Josh, man, Josh is so much fun, isn't he? Well, we've had a great time. Make sure you check out the downloads this week. I got some really cool things for you in the downloads, some things for you to do around the house this week. And we'll see you next week right here at Grove Kids.